So, dear students, hope all are doing well. So, this is the second video of block number three. We already uploaded one video regarding block number three, where we discuss the modern concepts of leadership and all. So, today we are going to discuss the motivation based theories through this video, right? So, as you all know that our online classes started. Those who want to be a part of it, please join our Telegram group for the details, right? So, if you feel the contents are helpful, please like, share, and subscribe the channel. And stay safe, stay healthy. And with that note, let's get started. So, what do you mean by motivation? So, according to Licker, motivation means it's a core of management. Motivation means a process of stimulating people to accomplish desired goals. There are certain definitions for motivation. So that is, it means a process of stimulating people to action to accomplish desired goals. According to Edwin B. Flippo, motivation is the process of attempting to influence others to do your will through the possibility of gaining or reward, right? So we can say that motivation is the need or drive within an individual that urges him towards a goal oriented action. So motivation is that effective instrument that will help the managers to inspire their workforce and create confidence in them. So you have to remember one or two definitions. That is, motivation is the need or drive within the individual that urges him to towards a goal oriented action. Okay. So next we are going to discuss about what are the different theories that are coming under motivation. So before getting into that theories, let's look into the difference between need, incentive, and motive. So what do you mean by need? So need means it's an internal affair, right? So it's an internal state that makes certain outcomes to be attractive, so that if you want to achieve something, or you are in need of something. There are two type of needs we can consider. Humans have two types of needs. One is the primary needs and second one is the secondary needs. So primary needs, that is coming under the basic physiological needs like food, water, shelter and all. Then the secondary need, that is the psychological or the social needs. So under that we can count the self esteem, then the recognition, sense of duty, self confidence. So these all are coming under the psychological needs. Okay. So the needs is of two types as far as human are concerned. There is primary and secondary. So primary is related to the physiological needs, while secondary is related to the psychological needs, right? So now we are coming to next important thing, that is incentive. So what do you mean by incentive? So incentive is an external stimuli. Okay. So it's an external stimulus that activates the need. So you have a need and that need is getting stimulated by the incentive, that is an external stimulus, right? Next is motive. So what do you mean by motive? Motive refers to an activized need. That is, you have an active desire or wish. So you have a need means I am in need of a new cloth, right? So that is my need. So that will convert into a activized need with the influence of incentive, right? If I'm getting a certain amount of money from uh, an unexpected source, and that will activize my need, right? And that will be acting as the motivator. So that is need, incentive and motive. There's a clear difference between these three terms. Okay. So let's move to the theories. So when we are coming to the motivational theories, there are two types of motivational theories are there. One is the cognitive theory and second one is a non-cognitive theory. What do you mean by cognitive theories? Cognitive theories means that is mainly concerned with the internal state and mental process. So it is focusing on the internal state and mental process of the individual. So that type of theory is known as cognitive models, right? So cognitive models is of two types, that is content theories and process theories, right? There is another set of theory that is known as non-cognitive models. So under non-cognitive model, we are discussing about the operant conditioning. So more non-cognitive theory or the reinforcement theory is coming under non-cognitive theory. So there the behavior of an individual is influenced by its consequences. So we are behaving in accordance with the consequences. If we know that if I'm doing a particular activity that will lead to a mm, punishment, so definitely I will avoid that. So depending upon the consequences, the individual behaves. So that is known as an operant conditioning. Okay, so that is a non-cognitive model. So we will discuss these operant conditioning, classic conditioning. So that is coming under learning theory. So I hope you have to learn all these things in the upcoming semesters, right? Learning theories, maybe second semester you have that paper. Okay, so that is coming under non-cognitive one. So let's look into these cognitive theories, that is process theory and content theory. First we are going to the content theory. So what do you mean by content theory? So content theory is stating that what motivates people. So it is trying, these theories are trying to answer the question, that is what motivate people. So it is focusing on the human needs and desire. So that are giving the desires and needs of the people, that are giving impetus to the individual behavior. So that is coming under content theory. So under content theories, we have Maslow's need hierarchy theory, Aceberg's motivation hygiene theory, McClelland need theory, and Alderfer's ERG theory. So these are the important content theories, right? Now, coming to the process theory, what do you mean by process theory? That process theory is focusing on trying how the individual behavior originates and how it operates. That means this theory is trying to identify the major variable that explain individual behavior, right? So they're trying to identify the major variable that are responsible for the individual behavior, and how these variables are interrelated. So these all things are studied under process theory, right? Under process theory, we have Virulence theory, Adams equity theory, goal setting theory, and reinforcement theory. In your syllabus, Virum and Porter's are the important theories you have to study. So content theories, we have Maslow's, Aceberg's, McClelland, and all. So we are going into that theories in a detailed manner in the next slide, right? So let's look into Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So that theory, all of us know that, right? So in the Maslow's hierarchy of need theory, we have, it's like a pyramid. At the bottom of the pyramid, we have the biological and the physiological needs. So that is the primary need. So the primary needs, that is coming under the biological and physiological one. Okay, so that is food, sleep, and water. Then the safety need. Once you attain that level, you have that safety need. Safety need is also the security, health, like that. So the safety and the biological as well as the physiological needs, that constitute the basic needs. So these are coming under the basic needs, right? Now when we are moving to the ladder, then moving up to the ladder, then we will come across the next level. So that is the social needs. So or the love or belonging, you need intimacy, you need friendship, you need family connection. So that is coming under the third level, right? From the bottom, it is at the third level. Then the after attaining the social needs, satisfying the social needs, you are in need of esteem needs. Okay, so you have esteem needs. So esteem needs means you want to attain respect, you want to gain status, recognition, you have to achieve self-esteem. So these all are coming under the esteem needs. So that is the these esteem needs and social needs together constitute the psychological needs, right? So it's coming under psychological needs. Now once you attain these basic as well as the psychological needs, now you reach the top of the ladder or top of the pyramid. So that is the self actualization. That means meeting one's full potential in life, different for every person. So that is differ from person to person. So some people, so for some sort of individuals, after their retirement, every financial things are sorted out, their kids are settled. So that is their self actualization. For someone, they attained career growth, so that is their self actualization. It differs from people to people, right? Then next, so that is coming under the self fulfillment needs. So majority of us will not reach this because always we are in search of something new, right? So self actualization is pretty difficult for individuals, right? So first is the basic needs. So the basic needs include biological and physiological, plus safety. So these two together the basic needs, and then social plus esteem constitute the physiological psychological needs, and the last need is the self-fulfillment need, that's the top of the ladder, right? So these are the important needs coming under Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So Maslow is considering the these are the different types of needs an individual want to satisfy when he is climbing from the bottom to the top, right? So that is coming under Maslow. Let's move to Alderfer's ERG theory. So Alderfer's ERG theory, it is an extension of Maslow's theory. So here, these existence, three terms you have to remember: existence, relatedness, and growth. Okay. So what do you mean by existence? So existence refers to these basic needs. So physiological and safety needs together constitute the existence. When we come to the relatedness, it means the desire for maintaining interpersonal relationships. So that is similar to the psychological need, that is the esteem and social needs. Then growth refers to the intrinsic desire for personal development. So that is coming under the self-actualization. So this growth coming under self-actualization. So existence, relatedness, and growth. So these are the three terms that are coming under Alderfer's ERG theory. It is an extension of Maslow's theory. So existence coming under basic needs, psychological needs constitute the relatedness, and self-fulfillment coming under growth. Okay, so it demonstrate that more than one need may be operative at the same time. Okay, so that is coming under Alderfer's ERG theory, right? Now moving to the next set of theory, that is theory X and theory Y. We already discussed theory X and Y in the first block. I hope so. So theory X and Y. So it was proposed by McGregor. So McGregor's theory X and Y. So this theory X and Y is discussing about the assumptions of managers regarding their subordinates. So theory X managers have these type of assumptions about his subordinate. Theory Y, that is Y type managers, they have this set of assumptions regarding their subordinate, right? So the theory X type managers, they are considered as the autocratic managers. Okay, so they consider thus they have an assumption that their subordinates, they are very lazy people. They always need someone to guide them. They avoid responsibility, they lack creativity, and they are always resisting the change. They are they want to be controlled and centralization of authority and autocratic leadership. So the people lack self motivation. So these are the assumption of X type managers. So they are considered as the autocratic managers. Now come the Y type managers. So Y type managers, they are participative model. So we already discussed about autocratic, participative, or democratic and all. So I hope you know it better now. So the participative model or the democratic leaders, they are focusing on, believe that their subordinates are self-motivated. They have high level of creativity, so they are ready to take up the responsibility. So their self-direction and self-control. So there is a decentralization, participation in decision making. So here the people are self-motivated. So here they are focusing both lower level and higher order needs like social esteem and self-actualization are the sources of motivation here, right? But in the case of theory X, they are focusing, that type of managers are focusing on the satisfying physiological, that are the basic needs or the existence related needs they are focusing, right? So these are the assumptions of two types of managers, theory X and theory Y. Okay, so I hope it's clear. Now we are moving to the next theory, that is Heisberg's two factor theory or motivation hygiene theory. So the motivation hygiene theory state that there are certain factors. There are motivational factors as well as the hygiene factors. Okay, so the motivational factors are otherwise known as, it is this theory is otherwise known as two factor theory. Okay, so the motivational factors are achievement, recognition, then responsibility, work itself, advancement, then personal growth. So these all are coming under the motivational factors, right? When we are coming to the hygiene factors. So hygiene factors are otherwise known as maintenance factors. Okay, so these maintenance factors like working condition, then co-worker relation, policies, supervisor quality, base wages. So these all are the maintenance factor. Okay, so this theory state that hygiene factors, that is the maintenance factors. So the presence of these hygiene factors at a satisfactory level, that is these hygiene factors are present in an organization at a satisfactory level, that prevents job dissatisfaction. So that is, if the hygiene factors are maintained properly in an organization, that will uh, reduce, or that will destroy the job dissatisfaction, right? Okay, so but they do not provide motivation to the employee. So these hygiene factors will not motivate the employee, but it reduce the job dissatisfaction, right? So the motivational factors, they are essential for increasing the productivity, right? So they are known as the satisfiers. So the factors we already discussed, like achievement, recognition, job advancement and all. So if the motivational factors are present in an organization, so that will definitely increase the job satisfaction. Okay, so the main thing you have to remember is there are two factors there, that is hygiene factors and the motivational factors. So the presence of the hygiene factors at a satisfactory level can reduce the job dissatisfaction, but it cannot increase the satisfaction. Okay, but the motivational factors can increase the job satisfaction, okay, if they are present. So there is a criticism regarding this iceberg theory, that is the motivational factors of today's motivational factors, that can be the hygiene factors of tomorrow. Okay, so that people's needs are getting changed, right? So that is the important concepts that are coming under Heisberg's two factor theory, or motivation hygiene theory, or the motivation maintenance factor theory. So two components are there, that is motivation factors and hygiene or maintenance factors, and you have to remember what all things are coming under motivational factors and what all things are coming under hygiene factors. And motivational factors are there, that means job satisfaction is there in the organization. If hygiene factors are at a satisfactory level, that means it can reduce the job dissatisfaction, but it cannot increase the job satisfaction. Okay, so it is not contributing to the job satisfaction, that is the hygiene factors. Okay, so we finished this Heisberg's theory, then theory X and Y, then Maslow's theory, Alderfer's ERG theory. Now we are moving to the process theory. So I already told you the process theories are those concerned about how these motivation originate in the individual's mind, and then how it operates. So that is concerned coming under this process theory. So under process theory, we have Virulence theory as well as the Porter's theory. So what do you mean by Virulence theory? So in Virulence theory, we have three variables, that is expectancy, instrumentality, and balance. Okay, so expectancy into instrumentality into balance. So the product of these three will give you the motivation. So that is the equation you have to remember. So expectancy, instrumentality, and balance. The product of these three will lead to motivation, right? So balance means it is the strength of the individual's preference for the reward. So what is the what value we place on the expected outcome for our effort. So what is the value an individual plays on the reward? So that is coming under balance, right? Then comes the instrumentality. So what do you mean by instrumentality? Instrumentality means the probability to which the performance would lead to the desired reward. So the belief. So we have a belief that if I'm performing well, I will get a greater reward. So that belief or that probability to which the performance would lead to a desired reward. So that is coming under instrumentality. Now come expectancy. So what do you mean by expectancy? It's a belief that more effort expended on a task, greater our performance. So the expectancy says that if I am uh, doing a doing much effort to perform a job, that can lead to my better performance. So that is the expectancy. So the expectancy means effort performance. So here they are focusing on effort and performance. If I am putting this much effort, that will improve my performance. So that is coming under expectancy, right? So instrumentality means if I am performing this much, then it will lead to the reward. So it is dealing with the relationship between performance and reward. So when we come to valency, so that means the preference for reward. Okay. So valence is the emotional orientation an employee holds with respect to the outcome of the reward. Okay, so the management has the duty to discover what employee value. Some employees value position, some employee value monetary incentive. So the organization duty to discover what employee value. Right. Next is expectancy. We already discussed the expectancy is the relation between effort and performance. So if I am putting this much effort, that can lead to higher performance. So the management must discover what resource or what type of training or what supervision the employee needs so that he can attain the greater performance. Right. These all are the interventions that are expecting from the management so that they can motivate their employees. Then come the instrumentality. Instrumentality means the perception of the employees. That is, if I'm performing this much, then I will get a better reward. So that is the perception of the employee regarding the reward. So it's relationship between performance and reward. So the management must ensure that the promises of reward are fulfilled. So they are doing a job, they are putting their performance effort to get things done so that they can achieve the reward. So it's a duty of the management to ensure that the reward they have promised to be fulfilled, right? So that is the three terms. So valence into expectancy into instrumentality, that will lead to the motivation, right? So that is Virum's expectancy theory. So you have to remember these three terms, what is the relationship between these three terms and what are the meaning of these three terms. So these three things you have to remember under Virum's expectancy theory, right? Now we are moving to the next theory, that is Porter and Lower model of motivation. So this theory state it's an extension of this valence theory, that is Virum's valence theory. So this theory is stating that the behavior of the individual is determined by the combination of factors, that is individual factors as well as the environmental factors. So these two factors have an influence on the behavior of the employees. So then individuals are making conscious decisions about their behavior in their organization, right? So they have different needs, different desires, different goals, and they desire between the alternate behavior. So they have different behavior. So among the different behaviors, they will select the behavior in accordance with their need satisfaction. For example, if the individual know that if I am doing this much work at this motivation level, definitely it will give me reward, so he will perform like that. Okay, if I'm not improving up to that level, it will affect my performance and it will affect my uh, reward recognition too. So that is that depending upon the external as well as the internal factors, the behavior of the individual can be determined here. So according to Porter and Lawyer, this he studied the behavior of managers and concluded that there is a complex relationship existing between the job attitude and job performance. Okay, so from this graph, it is clear that the value of the reward. So people are putting their effort. Okay, so they are putting their effort, and they have the ability to do a specific task, and they are doing it. And so then they are putting the effort to performance. So effort to performance, that is coming under which term we already discussed in the Virum's theory. So effort performance is coming under expectancy. Okay. Okay, so performance to the reward. Performance reward, that is, I am performing this much so that I will get the reward. So that is coming under performance reward relationship. We call it as instrumentality. Okay, so next is the, that is value of reward is the balance, right? So the intrinsic reward and the extrinsic rewards are there. So these both extrinsic and the intrinsic reward and perceived equitable reward. So all these rewards will give the satisfaction to the employees. So this satisfaction is depending upon the value of the reward. So if the employee is satisfied with the intrinsic reward, so that will, he believe that if I'm doing this type of work, I will get certain rewards that is intrinsic of nature. If he received it, definitely he will be satisfied. So similarly, some are in need of extrinsic reward. So if they are receiving that extrinsic rewards, they will be happy with that. So extrinsic and intrinsic. So what you mean by extrinsic rewards and intrinsic reward? Okay, so the intrinsic rewards are like that of self actualization, then self motivating. So these all are coming under the intrinsic reward. Then when we come to the extrinsic reward, that means your working condition, then status. So these all are coming under the extrinsic. That's the external and internal. So you have to remember, intrinsic means internal and extrinsic means external, right? So this Potter and lawyers model says that the effort people are putting, okay, so the effort people are putting so that they can perform well, and their performance is related to the reward system. If they are receiving the rewards as per their wish, definitely it will give them satisfaction. And the satisfaction is also influenced by the value of the reward. What is the value the employee given to that particular set of rewards? So that also that is also affecting the satisfaction level, right? So here the managers have to take care of determining the reward valued by each subordinate. So they have to take care of what is the balance employees given to the particular set of reward. Then they have to determine the desired performance. So what is the desired performance? Then they have to make the performance attainable. So you know that, now you know that the what your subordinate value, what type of reward they value. Okay, so after that you have to determine the desired performance. What is the desired performance from your subordinate? Then you have to make the performance level attainable. So that is, if you are not making the performance level attainable, that means these rewards are as of no use, right? So then link that reward to the performance. So these four strategies managers have to follow, then only they can improve the motivational level of the employee. So that is Porter and Lewis model says that if the manager is aware of the value of the rewards or the balance the employee is given to the particular set of rewards, after that he have to determine the performance and make the performance attainable to them and link their rewards to with their performance. So these four steps he is performing well, then it can lead to the motivation of their employees, right? So that is coming under Porter and Lawyer model of motivation. Clear? So that's all for these motivational theory. So under motivational theory, we discussed these process theories and content theories in your syllabus. It's not that much discussed about the reinforcement theory and all. So for your information, I just explain what you mean by reinforcement theory. So reinforcement theory, it is based on the concept of operant conditioning. So operant conditioning, I already told you that it's a behavior of the people is determined by the consequences. Okay, so that is, if you are aware that the particular set of action will lead to negative consequences, definitely you will avoid that. So that is an operant conditioning, right? So it is proposed by B.F. Skinner. Okay, so reinforcement theory, there are different types of reinforcement. We have positive reinforcement, then negative reinforcement, extension, and punishment. So these are the different type of reinforcement, right? So that's all for this motivational theory. Now another important topic coming under block number three is decision making process. So what do you mean by decision making process? So decision making process is a cognitive process, that is a mental process that result in the selection of course of an action amongst different alternative. You have different alternative and out of it you have to make the best alternative. So it is a decision making. We all already know it. So decision making is a daily activity in our life as well as in an organization. decision making is a daily activity, and it is happening at all level. We already know that there are three levels as far as an organization is concerned, that is the lower level, middle level, and top level. When we come to the lower level, operational, that is the operations management, that is the day-to-day operation based decisions are taking place at the operational level or the lower level. Here restock inventory, determine specific or special offers to the customers. So when we come to the middle management, they are the tactical decisions. So that is the creating marketing plan, 1 to 2 years based plans are happening at the middle management. So that is the semi programmed decisions, right? When we come to the operational level, we have the programmed decision, but when the middle level, we have the semi programmed one. The top level or the higher level or the senior management level, the most non-programmed decisions are happening, they are strategic. So we have to remember strategic decision, tactical decision, operational decision. So we already discussed in the previous videos regarding these three levels of management and the type of decisions happening at three levels, right? Okay. So when the in the decision making process, there are four steps involved. The first is the intelligence phase. One is intelligence. So in the intelligence phase, the it is the duty of the organization to, if they want to make a decision on a particular matter, they have to collect the information regarding that particular matter. So that is coming under intelligence phase, data collection, right? Then after the data collection, they have to analyze these alternatives. So different alternative, for example, they want to organization want to recruit some technical stuff, right? So they have to collect the information regarding the availability of these candidates. So they can go for different options are available. They can go for an internal recruitment or an external recruitment or a campus recruitment. Different types of recruitments are there. So that they will design, right? So out of they will develop analysis of different alternative course of action, and out of that they will select the best one. Depending upon various parameters, they will select the best one. So that is coming under the phase 3, that is the choice. And after that, they will go for the implementation phase. So that's the decisions are implemented there. So that is coming under phase 4, right? Now, so phase 1 is intelligence, phase 2 design, phase 3 choice, and phase 4 is implementation. So there are different types of decision, that is programmed as well as non-programmed. Programmed decision means repetitive and routine one. Non-programmed is complex and new. So we already discussed under these three levels. In the strategic level or the strategic decisions are coming under non-programmed one. They are complex one. While coming to the operational decisions, they are the programmed decisions, right? But the tactical decisions are in between, that is semi programmed decisions, right? Now the last topic, that is there are other sets of decisions. So that is mechanistic decision, analytical decision, judgment decision, adaptive decision. We already discussed the strategic, tactical, and the operative decision. And along with that, we discussed program decision and non-program decision. Another set of decisions are mechanistic decision. So mechanistic decision means decision maker is sure of the alternative and outcome of each alternative. If I am aware of the outcome of the alternative and I'm sure of the alternative, so then that type of decision making is coming under mechanistic decision. Analytical decision means there are large alternatives you can be generated, and since lot of information is available, and the outcome of these alternatives can also be easily calculated, so that is coming under analytical decision. Judgment decision means you have a limited number of alternative, and it is difficult to uh, find out the outcome of the decision. So that is coming under judgment decision. So mechanistic, analytical, and judgment decision. Right now, the last one is adaptive decision. So what do you mean by adaptive decision? So a large number of alternatives are available, and their outcome is not known. Okay. In judgment decision, limited number of alternative and outcome is unknown. But in the case of adaptive decision, large number of alternatives are available, but at the same time, the outcome is unknown. So that is coming under adaptive, mechanistic, analytical, judgment, and adaptive decision. Right now, decision making models, that is rational model, bounded rationality model, intuitive model, and creative model. So rational model means the information on alternative can be easily gathered and can be quantified, so we will go for the rational type of decision making. Bounded rationality means minimum criteria are clear, but you don't have a exact knowledge or exact picture of the matter, so that there you are making a bounded rationality, so you are not trying to maximize your outcome, so that is known as bounded rationality decision making. Then intuitive means goals are unclear and there is a time pressure, but you have an experience with these sorts of problems, so depending upon your intuitiveness and your previous experience or prior experience, you are making a decision, so that is known as intuitive decision making. Then creative, so that is the solution to the problems are not clear and no solutions. So the creative means when we come to the marketing ad and all, so it's a creative decision, so that is coming under the creative decision making model, right? So the three models of decision makings are econological model, then bounded rationality model, and implicit favorite model or game man model. So these are the three other types of models of decision making. Okay, so that's all for this block number three. We covered the important points. Okay, so I hope things are clear to you. If you have any doubt regarding the things we discussed, please put a comment in the comment section, so I'll get back to you, right? Okay, so that's all for this video. We will come with another video within 1 or 2 days, dealing with the block number four. Okay, so let's wind up with the quote of Buddha, that is lovely thing to learn from water. Okay, that is first is adjust yourself in every situation and in any shape, but most importantly find your own way to flow. So that is very much important. You have to flow and you have to find your own pace, right? So I hope and I wish all of my students can find their own way to flow and attain their dreams. Okay, so please stay safe and healthy as well as blessed. Thank you. We'll meet again with another video. Till then, take care.